operators, plus, minus. This is for multiplication. Next, this is for division, and this is for modulo operation. So we know about plus, so it will perform addition. So subtraction, multiplication, division. After performing division, it will leave result of what? It will leave quotient. It will leave quotient. And this modulo operator, so it will leave remainder. So after performing division operation, it will leave a remainder. It will leave a remainder. So we shall execute this program and try to establish a link between the output and this program. We shall try to trace this program. Okay. So first let me execute this program. Okay. So this is the output that we are getting. So sum is equal to 35, difference is equal to 15, product is equal to 250, quotient is equal to 2, remainder is equal to 5. So how we are able to produce this output with the help of this program? Let us try to trace it. Now, how many variables are there in this program? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are totally 7 variables, and all the variables are integer variables. So we know that whenever we declare a variable, there will be a memory block which will be allocated to it. So memory block will be allocated to A, memory block will be allocated to B, memory block will be allocated to R1, R1 is a variable, memory block will be allocated to R2, memory block will be allocated to R3, memory block will be allocated to R4, memory block will be allocated to R5. R5. Okay. So who will allocate the memory block? Computer will allocate the memory block. So why it will allocate the memory block? Because we have declared these variables. Okay, we have declared these variables. And we also know that whenever computer is allocating a memory, so it will be keeping a reference number as address. Okay. So for example, the address of A will be, let us assume 100. Address of B, let us assume 200. So these numbers, that does not matter. It will be for the reference of the computer. Okay. Next, so these addresses will be beneficial when we start discussing about pointers and all. Okay. So let us assume address of R1 is 2000. Address of R2 is 3000. Address of R4 is, R3 is, let us assume 4000. Next, this is, let us assume 8000. And R5, let us assume its address is 1000. Okay. So for time being, there is no role of these addresses. So for time being, we just ignore it. But what we need to understand is, whenever the computer allocates memory, so that memory will have an address. Okay, will have an address. But now presently we are not much worried about these addresses. What we are worried, we are only worried about the names of these memory blocks. Okay, so the names of the memory blocks are A, B, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. Now let us see what happens. So what is stored in A? This operation will store value 25 in A. What this operation will do? It will store 10 in B. So 10 will come and it will be stored here. Next, here we have a comment line. So the comment line, it has no role in this program. So it gives a message, but it is not taken as part of the program and it will not execute. So next, R1 is equal to A plus B. So what this operation will perform? So it will perform A plus B. What is A plus B? In A we have 25. In B we have 10. So both of them will be brought here. So in the CPU, both of them, they will be added. 25 plus 10 is 35. So where this 35 will be stored? This whole right hand side will be replaced by 35. So this 35 will go and it will sit in R1. So what will be stored here? 35. Next. Here, R2 is equal to A minus B. So the content of A will be brought out 25. The content of B will be brought out 10. And we have here minus. So 25 minus 10 is 10. So this whole A minus B will be replaced by 10. So where this 10 will be stored? This 10 will be brought and it will be stored in R2. So we have a box corresponding to R2. So here 10 will be stored. After that, we have R3 is equal to A star B, A multiplied by B. So here the value of A will be brought out 25, the value of B will be brought out 10. So multiplication 25 into 10 is 250. So it is 250. So the A into B will be replaced by 250. So this right hand side, it will become 250. So where this 250 will go? This 250 will go and it will sit in R3. So here, what will be stored? 250. Next, we have R4. So what happens in case of R4? Content of A will be brought here. Next, content of B is 10. So when 25 is divided by 10, what will be the quotient? So it is 2. 2 will be the quotient, 5 will be the remainder. But this division operation, what it does? It leaves the quotient. So what will be the quotient in this case? It will be 2. So here this whole will be replaced by 2. So where this 2 will be stored? It will be stored in R4. So in R4, what will be stored? Value 2 will be stored. Value 2 will be stored. Next, R5. So in R5, again value of A will be brought out. What is A? 25. B will be brought out. What is B? 10. Next, modulo operation will be performed by the computer. So when I perform modulo operation, what does it leave? Whenever we perform this modulo operation, so it will leave remainder. So when 25 is divided by 10, the remainder will be 5. So this whole thing will be replaced by 5. So where this 5 will get stored? This 5 will be stored in R5. So 5 will be stored in R5. Next we have three printf statements. So let us see what does these printf statements do. So here in the printf statement, we know that whatever is there between the double quotes will appear on the output window. But there are some special characters which will not appear on the output window. So which are those special characters? This backslash n. So they will not appear here. They have not appeared anywhere here. Okay. So the backslash n, what it does? It gives an instruction to the computer that the content which follows backslash n, DIFF, should appear on the next line. Similarly, this second backslash n, it gives an instruction to the computer that after this, whatever the output we want to produce, it has to be produced in the next line. Okay, next line. That is why if we see sum is displayed in first line, second line difference, third line product, fourth line quotient, fifth line remainder. Because after displaying product, again we have backslash n. After product we have backslash n. That's why quotient will be displayed in the next line. After this quotient we have backslash n. That is why remainder will be displayed in the next line. Next, if you observe, what is displayed here? Sum is equal to 35. So sum is equal to percentage D. So in this first printf statement, how many percentage D's we have? Percentage D1, next percentage D2. So this first percentage D, it will be replaced by what? By content of R1. So in place of first percentage D, content of R1 will be displayed. So what is the content of R1? 35. So that's why if you observe, in place of first percentage D, 35 has been displayed here. Next, in place of second percentage D, what has been displayed? Content of R2. What is the content of R2? Content of R2 is 10. So if you look here, difference is equal to 25 minus, oh sorry, I have made a mistake. So when I perform 25 minus 10, so what will be stored here? Actually 15 will be stored. Okay. So here it has displayed 15. After that, we have backslash n. So next product will be displayed in next line. So product is equal to percentage D. So this percentage D will be replaced by content of which box? R3. Because so after this comma, we have first R3 and next R4. So this percentage D will be replaced by content of R3. What is content of R3? 250. So that is why here that percentage D has been replaced by 250. Next, quotient is equal to this percentage D will be replaced by content of R4. So here quotient is equal to content of R4 2. Next, remainder. So the final statement remainder is equal to percentage D. So after this comma we have only one variable. So the content of this percentage D will be replaced by R5. So here we are getting the value of R5. What is it? 5. Okay. So in this program what we learned? We learned about the different arithmetic operators and their usage in the C programming, and we also saw the relationship between this program and the output. Similarly, in the subsequent videos, we'll be learning about the other concepts of C. For all our further updates, click on the bell icon and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.